So when did you come here? What year?
1988.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Nobody is allowed to ask for age.
Somewhere.
Age is only number, and
you
mine
go.
is unlisted.
It's a private number. Private call.
And so then when you came here, did you move directly to Alief?
Yes, we did.
I lived in LA for 9 years and I had a good experience living there because it was a very good school district.
It must have been so hard though to be away from
It
family.
took me 3 years to call my mom. And it was $42 for 3-minute call.
Oh my God.
My mom and dad did not have phone.
Yeah.
So we had to write a letter to them
To
and
show
say
up.
on this day we are going to call.
I'll pick up the phone, I hear my mom's voice or my dad, and I'll cry, and then daddy will say, you waste all 3-4 minutes by crying? That's it, we can't call anymore because it's so expensive.
I think there's just a natural connection between people and art. And I think that's what art does. When you see it, you immediately form some sort of bond. And that's, I think, the great thing about public art is because you can have a tangible thing and you get an idea of what that community represents or what it stands for, its identity.
We all three were on the same page very early on in the process. We all draw from our backgrounds in our work, and we always have.
Something very unique yet common in every culture we looked at, and that's the idea of a red thread. So we were finding all these things about the red thread. I was like, that's perfect. That's what we have to be called if we're gonna be looking at how we can celebrate uniqueness in different cultures, but also show that there's commonalities. Representative of what we want to do in Alief, right? You have all these different cultures. How do we bring them together so they retain their uniqueness, but also work beautifully together?
So the Red Thread Collective comprises of Mehta Patel. She does a lot of ink work, and she's also got a background in architecture. Sneha does a lot of block print work, and block print, as we know, is in a lot of cultures. For me, my practice is in textiles, and it's batik. So that is also part of a lot of different cultures. So bringing all those together to make this piece work has been really exciting.
Cultural textiles are just inherently colorful. They're bold, they represent a personality, a history, a lot of times a story, right, is written into the fabrics that are woven.
I think we all kind of had that seep into the aesthetics of what we were trying to achieve in our own work. So it felt very natural that we should put a layer of that handwork into the sculptures. Embroidery came in with that. We met these women, some of them had not stitched before, and some had years and years of experience.
Many kinds of embroidery we know because we used to do in our homeland. Beside our home chores, we can come here, we support our family, our kids. I enjoy to work in this project because we are showing many countries' cultures, and it's very good for us.
In my opinion, community engagement should always be integral to the development of the idea of any civic art. For example, if the community sees that the piece is representing them, they have some ownership in it.
And the best way we thought we could capture that is for community members themselves to write letters.
As we started digging deeper into the history, we found out that Alief McGee is Alief's namesake, and she was the first postmistress, female postmistress of the area, and it was named after her. So then we were inspired by the idea of letters and stories.
That idea of this post woman inspiring us to collect letters from the community just felt so right.
We wanted to show and inspire the Alief ISD early college program that's there as art students.
Teach them a little bit about what we're trying to do and have them use their own cultural backgrounds as inspiration to make their own designs.
My inspiration for this project was researching a bunch of patterns. I used patterns from African rugs as well as my own creativity.
We kind of came across the idea of when you fold a letter and you send it, right? And you open it up and it has these creases and these kind of mountains and stuff that you would get kind of origami-ish, but when you fold it and open it up, you'll see all those kind of diagonal lines and triangular kind of cuts. And so we decided to make something that looked like a folded letter. One of the things that we all hoped to accomplish when somebody comes to the center and views these pieces is to feel like they belong here.
Public art doesn't have to be interactive in only just one kind of way. So in our case, the text really was born from the idea of honoring Alief's history, but what it also did for us is it created movement through the panels, and they're curious to read the words. They move around the sculptures more because the words draw you around.
I am so grateful we even have this opportunity to represent Alief in some small way, and it's been amazing to meet community members. It's been fantastic meeting the kids. I think they just have so much energy and so many ideas.
I want them to see this piece every day and remind themselves that it's a celebration for the community that they've built.